Now it's 5 minutes past 4 and the turquoise carpet for Eurovision has started. I just want to do some last stuff. I want to fix this. So I'm watching it on my phone. I'm waiting for Cardi. We moved on from hiiii, guys. It's all Cardi for now. I have a new camera. Can you tell? And it's a better microphone, but I'm getting a microphone too. I've fixed this. Every label is where it's supposed to be. Can you see? They're all out. Like that. But yeah, can you guys tell I put in an effort today? And I don't... You guys know I put up the camera before I walked into the yarn store, but still, I don't know. It's fun to film and edit. Okay, so there's only 3 of these, so that's unsatisfying. Good content, huh? If you follow me on Instagram, I'm sorry. You know I'm fully immersed in Eurovision right now. And I have fallen completely in love with Cardi. So if there's anyone in Finland who has a connection, I'm desperate. I need to put this where it's supposed to be. But then I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done. So I'll go home, get myself a glass of wine. I'm gonna watch the red carpet and I'm gonna judge everyone. No, not everyone. I know I've been gone for so long and all I'm doing is talking about this Finnish man that I'm in love with. Here's the store, guys. It's beautiful, right? I hope you saw enough of it today. So I'm just collecting my entire life at this point. Phone, red carpet. Malta is looking... I think we're ready to go home, guys. There's so much I could say about the store that I love. The fact that we're packing orders here, right? This is the register. Okay? So people see me when they come in and I'm like, hi. Before we were a bit hidden when we were packing orders. And yeah, it's just so big. I feel free when walking around. There's so much space for me to move. Before, when I wanted to close off the lights, they were all in different parts of the room. All the lights are collected in one spot. So I can just go to the door where I'm supposed to go. I'm actually pretty sad to leave today. It's been fun. And as always, I always put my key in the bottom of my bag.
The Eurovision project, but... Sweden!
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
Well, I believe that all of us.
Hey! Hej! Hej! Hallå! Du är den jäkeln som har tryckt mitt mohair.
But I need to know, Carrier, how many do you hanging up in your wardrobe? What happened?
Like this color green one and one like this. And then I have black one.
And the earrings as well. Do you make them?
It's one lovely person from Finland, Päivi.
My name is Päivi from now on.
They do this in the performance, so don't be alarmed.
Eurovision is happening right now. Serbia, my Luke Black is about to go on. But green, green, green. I love Cardi. It's Thursday, so it's semi-final 2, and we're rooting for Lithuania because she's underrated. It's orange. This is the only orange thing I have. Monica, I love you. Tuto. And here's my predictions for tonight. I think that Greece, Iceland, San Marino, Estonia, Denmark, and Romania is not gonna make it. I might be wrong about Denmark and Estonia, but I'm putting it into the universe that I'm right, because I'm always wrong. I might be wrong about Estonia, but I think Poland's gonna make it. I think Beba is gonna make it. Kept putting out the fire. Förstörda drömmar. Ja. Once again in the basement. It's the Eurovision final in 30 minutes. I don't know if you can tell. Yellow and blue for Ukraine. How do you say that in English? Ukraine. And pink. Those are the colors for Eurovision this year. So that's what we're going with. The odds say that it's a 50% chance of Sweden winning. I don't think it's that clear, and I don't think it's that clear that Finland is winning either. I'm just panicking. Cardigan, I love you, but I am praying for Loreen to win, Sweden to win, because then I can afford to go to Eurovision. And if not, Finland, does anyone want to pay for my stay? That's it. Oh no, that's not it at all. I randomly had to become a babysitter, so I didn't have the time to finish my birch, but I'm just weaving in ends, girls. It's finished, and I'm getting ready to block it. The thing is, Eurovision lasts for like 3 hours. And I don't know if I want this to stay in the water for that long, so during a break, I might go and put it in. But I will give you the finished results in the next clip. Maybe not the next clip, because I might be freaking out about who won.
Go to Sweden!
Now we are off to be
De hatar oss i Finland, förstår du det?
Our 12 points go to
Sweden!
Sure. And our 12 points go to
Sweden!
Sweden.
Yeah!
Our 12 points go to Sweden.
Ont i magen!
Australia. 12 poäng till Voyager från Australien.
Right, it is getting very tense in here. We only have 10 countries left to announce.
After the audience vote, Australia, you have been awarded 21 points.
21 poäng till Australien.
Finland, you received 350. Sweden need a minimum of 187 points to win. Sweden, the public,
Cardi kommer vinna
has given you
5 poäng. Det här är kaos, det här kommer vara skandal.
200.
Otroligt. Gud, 583 poäng är totalen. Loreen vanligt Eurovision Song. Sakta har vi klättrat ikapp.
Hi guys, so you are currently situated on my winder. I'm hoping that my camera will not fall down. It feels like it won't, so that's good. It is, what date is it today? I don't know. It's May and it's a Thursday, so that's something. I don't really have a lot of updates, but I'm gonna sit down and try and edit this video, and I don't have a lot of footage, so I just thought I'd add something in. A lot of the times I feel like, oh, I don't have anything to show, I'm not gonna film. But then I realized that maybe I don't find it interesting, but maybe you guys do. So this sucker is my fjord tee, and it's not a lot of progress, but for me it is compared to the latest video. I kind of finished a sleeve. So the entire decreasing section, oh god, I don't even know how to show you, but here's basically where you pick up from the body and you do short rows, so it's longer up here, right? So all I need to do right now is switch to 2.5 needles and do a folded edge. I don't know how that will go, but I will do that right after this video. After I finish 2 sleeves, I can pick up for the body. I don't know if I'll finish the second sleeve before I start the body. So today I was in the city in Gothenburg. I could have brought my camera honestly and filmed, but I just took a walk, had lunch, went to Haga. Love Haga. Who doesn't? But it was cute. And I brought this with me, which was the tank top I showed you guys using Sager silk mohair. I tried it on yesterday. It fits me, but I knew already when I casted this on that I was not gonna wear it, so I'm gifting this. I can say it, copy dolls, if you want it, it's yours. I don't know who I'm gifting it to. The yarn is gorgeous. I think you need to see it in real life to truly understand, but I'm on the bottom rib, so I just have 1 more row until I can cast it off and block it. So that I'm gonna finish tonight, and I'm also gonna cast on the fjord tee. The cast on energy, for a month, I wanted to cast something on, but I had the birch and I have the fjord tee, which are 2 test knits at the same time. I feel like I can't, because I need to focus, right? Oh, interesting. But in the last video, I showed you guys that my cardi yarn for my Eurovision cardigan wasn't the right color, and I sent it back. Ooh, it was this. Because I was like, this is a cardi color, this is not. But honestly, it's somewhere in between there that is cardi. But this is definitely more the vibe, because this is more like a normal green. His type of green, his green bolero, is kind of absurd. So I got the new yarn today, and I'm very happy. And the cast on energy is so strong, I can't even, no. It's Filcolorna Peruvian Highland wool. I haven't compared them yet. It's lighter than this one. It's the same color, I believe. Or is it? No, it's not. But this one is screaming cardi. I will probably glow in the dark or something with it. But the cast on energy is so strong, because while I'm enjoying knitting on my beautiful mohair wool project, I've never knit anything this crazy. But at the same time, I feel like I could honestly wear this even when it's not Eurovision, and I just want to cast it on. Just feel like I'm starting it. I think it's going to be an April cardigan. I'm not looking forward to the shaping, and it's going to be quite tight. I have 11 of these. I'm hoping it will be enough. I will just finesse. I want long sleeves, but it could be as cropped as it possibly wants to be. I don't really mind that, but if I want to cast it on, I need to transfer the needles to that. So I brought the tank top with me into the city because I can't really like knit easily on the fjord where I'm at right now. So I just want to get to the body, because then I can bring it with me everywhere and just work through it. And I'm not obviously, but for me, you know, I make stuff shorter. And if I made that t-shirt the link to the pattern, which is like a unisex t-shirt, I don't think I could really wear it. So I'm gonna have to shorten it. So I don't think it's gonna take that long, to be honest. It's not gonna be cropped per se, but kind of. At least shorter for... I'm not super short. I'm 162 centimeters. I don't know what that is in 5'4" inches? 5 foot. So this is kind of a basket with scrap yarn. So for example, this were the 2 yarns that I couldn't send back, the cardi yarns that didn't work out because I made a swatch from them. So I have those 2 in here. This is 1 skein of alba that I was supposed to do penny gloves with, that I just haven't got to. Hand-dyed mohair that I wound up. So some of these things I want to keep, like this. And this is heavy merino and soft silk mohair for the Lyon sweater that I'm gonna make. And in my last video, I asked copy dolls if they want to make it with me. newsflash, copy dolls are coming back to Sweden this summer. And we have decided to make Leon sweaters together, which is very nice. So that will happen. But then I have this, for example, that I made. I have some hand-dyed yarn stuff in here. So I basically just want to go through it and see what it is I have in here. Before, I would just sell stuff right away. Like, oh, I have this over. I don't know. I will basically just go through this and see like what copy dolls maybe want. Because I feel like there's some stuff in here that they maybe want. We'll see. No pressure, guys. But I just realized I kind of want it to be a surprise, but I guess I ruined it now. But here's just an update on like leftovers that I have. Oh my god, I made my own lavender sachets. So there's this like small grocery store. It's not a grocery store. They have like teas, some bread. It's like super cute that I just found in the nearby city. And they had super cheap lavender, so I made my own lavender sachets. And it's been 6 months. They still smell. Guys, I said supermarket and I got a notification of, I put on Siri.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
When did I say, hey Siri?
Interesting question.
That was creepy, but yeah, this is something I'm gonna go through. And then one thing I need to do today, I brought forward my birch sweater. I need to block that, but I'm wearing it every night. And I'm just like, oh, the sleeves are a bit short, but yeah, I need to block it. So I will try and do that tonight. I'll have this video as a motivation, and then I will also try and block if I finish my Tia top right now. So that's what I'm gonna focus on tonight, finishing that, because I only have 1 row of ribbing and the bind off. And then I have transferring my fjord tee to the 2.5 needles. So that's a little update, but I hope you guys like that. And I'll see you. Mamma, vi ska nog gå. Vi ska nog gå åt något annat håll.
Man kan gå igenom så? Runt
ja. Nu ska vi inte förstöra för. Kan det vara Claes Malmberg? Kan det vara Bill Skarsgård? Kan det vara? Oj, vad kul. Ja, tack. Ja, ser du det? Jag kanske ska vänta lite och se det så man går förbi. Vad tycker du om den här blomman, mamma?
Jag älskar den.
Vad förväntar jag mig? Ja. Hey. I just got home from work and it's been a great day. We had this knitting breakfast that we have sometimes, and today it was with the theme Kalinka. We sell Kalinka yarn. I think a lot of Swedes watching this knows what that is. It's lingon. I should know what that is. Linen? Yes, linen yarn. And she's also Anna's friend, so she was there and I got to meet her for the first time today. She was so lovely, really cool. So Anna was there, Karin Öberg, the owner of Kalinka, was there, and a lot of people who came to the brunch. And then they left quite late, like 2 hours before I quit, so I was alone after that, and it was very calming, very, very nice. It's Mother's Day today, so after work I took the car, bought some coffee because I didn't have coffee all day. And not in like a, oh, I need my coffee. But I was just, I really wanted coffee today. So I'm so glad that I got it. And then I bought some baked goods for tonight for the fika. But we need more knitting content in this video because there's not a lot and I'm freaking out. I'm looking at my new yarn corner and I'm realizing I need to show you that. It's so much work though. Like, no, not like that, but there's so much I need to show you. So I feel like that would have to be in the next vlog, that I show you that, because we have a new yarn cabinet. I want to reorganize it, so I'm thinking you could be with me when we do that. So I don't have a lot of knitting update, but what I really like with Copy Dolls videos is that they really keep you along for the entirety of a project. You get to see every part of their project. With me, you don't. You get to hear me say, hey, I'm making this, and then it's finished. So I finished my tea top days ago. It's very short, but it's super wash. It's gonna block out. I just wanted to finish it, to be honest, but it's honestly very nice. It just doesn't show off nice in the camera, but I need to block this, and I need to block my birch, but I'm just not doing it. I don't know, I'm not in the mood to block it, and it's not even hard, but my brain just cannot let me do it, so hopefully that will happen soon. But so we finished that, and I'm working away on my fjord tee, but I didn't want to work on the short rows because I brought knitting with me in the car today, and I just knew I was gonna fuck up if I did that. So this happened. April cardigan, the cardigan. It's not looking good. Knitting with one strand of wool, or just basically knitting with a mohair, reminds me of that I'm actually a bad knitter, because my tension, this is called rowing out, right? And I think you can see maybe even more clearly on this side. So you guys gotta help me out. How do you know it? How do I know if it's my knits that are tighter or if it's my pearls? I guess I could count rows, but I don't know, because you knit this. I don't know. But there's nothing else I can do about it, because there is a bunch of things I could do about it, but I want to knit on my chagus. So my tension is very bad because it's metal, right? It's gonna be fine. It'll block out, right? Please. I think this might have looked better if I did it in the round, but it's a cardigan. The construction of the April cardigan is like the same as with the terrazzo sweater. I don't even want to I'm gonna show you it after it's blocked, because I find it embarrassing with my tension. That's silly, but I actually do, because you guys are gonna compare it to my mohair projects. I'm just gonna finish this skein off. It doesn't look like it, but it's almost nothing left in there. And then I'm gonna finish my short rows on my fjord tee. I'm very tired after work, like a good tired, you know what I mean? So I honestly just want to go to sleep, but I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait it out, and I will talk to you guys more when I have more knitting updates, but that's it for now. I'm almost showing my feet, and I'm not doing that for free. Absolutely not. I get men asking me for feet pics all day on Instagram, and not today. But I'm sitting here watching my girl, and I did something tonight. So I'm Snapchatting with Maria every day, right? And we were talking about the birch. So I bought this down to earth yarn from Unique Gone, and Unique Gone is the yarn that I use in my birch sweater. And Down to Earth is pretty similar to this one. I'll insert a picture, professional, of another tester who used the color Down to Earth for this. Because I've been thinking, what if I make another birch sweater, but with that yarn? But I realized I don't have enough. The reason why I want to make another birch sweater is because, one, super fun to knit, and the turtleneck. I was debating on whether to make a turtleneck or not for my birch, and you start with a neckline. For safety reasons, I did a mock neck. And then I saw Kalila's latest podcast when she was wearing the... But I just feel like it won't look the same on me. And I've always felt like necklines like that and polos push it up. But Maria convinced me. She's been saying this for a while. She's always wanted me to do a turtleneck because she says I would look good in it. Then I showed her a picture of me in my caramel sweater. That was over a year ago that I made that. And she said like, the caramel sweater ends here, so it pushes your double chin. And there's nothing wrong with the double chin, but I feel more comfortable not trying to show it off. She was like, the birch sweater goes up to here and then like hides it. And I actually love sweaters like that. You know when you're laying in bed and you like put your hoodie up or something like this? Yeah. And I've just been scared because I've been thinking the longer I make a neckline, the worse it looks on me. But honestly, I've never tried making a turtleneck. I used 4 skeins of the birch sweater yarn to make this. And I bought only 3 skeins of the Down to Earth yarn, the hand-dyed skeins, and that is 1,200 meters, I believe. And that is a sweater's quantity, using it with mohair, but not for the birch because it's very long. And I've been thinking like I should cut the neckline. So I did something I've always been very scared of doing. I cut into my knitting just now. It was a disaster. There was little pieces of mohair everywhere, but look, the neck is gone. I'm gonna explain it in the way that she told me. So I had the neckline here. I can go and get it, honestly. Just don't show this video to Kerry. I want him to see me at my best. Maria explained to me that when I had a neckline, here she is. And she said, so the sweater was sitting, the neckline was sitting like this, right? And she said to cut like right before it turns into stockinette. So on the last purl one knit one row, I did not trust myself, and that was good because I ended up cutting like this. So I started on the second to last row and ended up cutting up to like the 5th because I can't cut in a straight line. But I just cut it off, and then it took like 30 minutes to get it on. But we're back to business. There's no way that I could explain to you what I did. But as long as you give yourself some, is it called lee room? No, lee room? Lead room? Give yourself some slack. No, not that either. give yourself some, just don't cut right where you need to be, maybe, is my tip, because that kind of worked out for me. I'm gonna make a turtleneck, and I'm gonna follow the length of the pattern, which scares me because a turtleneck is so long. And I went into my little basket of old yarn that I showed you guys, and I found what I had left of my 4th skein, which is not a lot, but let's use it up, you know what I mean? The mohair. I will not use up all of this. I could use this, but even this won't be enough for the entire turtleneck, so I will have to unravel a new hank, but that's honestly fine. It's the next day, and I'm leaving the house now, and I'm just gonna block my April cardigan before that, because I'm just so curious what's gonna happen. I'll leave this for hours in the water and we'll see if it helps with the rolling out. I'm very curious. I cannot stop thinking about it, so let's just try and see what happens. Hi y'all. Sorry. I've been watching a lot of Brittany Broskate this morning. This happened, if you can't tell. I just finished this. I just finished it this morning. So, how am I feeling? I'm definitely feeling better about this turtleneck than the ones I've done before. Maria was right that when it's higher, like this, it kind of hides the double chin. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Life's too short to worry about that. But now I'm more worrying. Does it look like I'm wearing a neck brace? I don't know. Kind of does, but I don't know. It's very comfortable though, and I should have done this from the beginning. I don't know what I like most. it's supposed to be folded like this, and then Maria wanted to sew it down because she doesn't like when this is showing. Let me know what you think. I feel like this makes it look maybe more like a neck brace. And then, I don't know, what do we think? I don't know. I'm not sure how I want to wear it yet. That's why I haven't weaved in my cast on end, because I have to do it on. I might take this off now because it is pretty warm. It is June. I need to block it now though. Now that I finished the neckline, I can reblock this. So this is first, I'm not gonna block it lengthwise because it's perfect, like size, it's perfect. However, it's the sleeves, they're too short. So I'm gonna stretch it like until it's here, which is quite a lot, but this yarn is superwash and it stretches a lot, and I didn't stretch it in the previous blocking. The first one that I did, this is what I want, because when I'm like, it's to here. But I'm very happy that I did all that, and I feel very accomplished. I am putting on this though, because it's still pretty cold. I have some more things I want to show you. First of all, fjord tee. We have 2 sleeves. It's hard to show, but here we are. 2 sleeves, it's big. I'm making a size 6, which is like around an XL. You know, like bigger size than what I am. So that's what I'm testing. I feel like my dad could have this, but also I want to have it. So what are you supposed to do? So yeah, it's gonna be oversized for sure. But here we are with this yarn is absolutely gorgeous, and the folded edges that are gonna relax more in blocking. And I've tried it on for Maria on Snapchat, and the yarn is so comfortable on me. I did not think that when I got I wish you could feel it, but when I got the hanks, I was like, ooh, it's rustic. Gifted yarn, by the way, from ihhhh. Provided for testnet, and I was just like, am I gonna like it? But I really like it. And I've been saying this a lot at work recently when people, because we have really scratchy wool there for a lot of people, and the first time I felt it, it's Jamieson and Smith 2-ply, so like Shetland wool, and a lot of people, I'd say 90%, love it. And then there are some people that really don't. And I get it, because I only knit with like mohair and superwash as well, but I'm moving into this and I'm kind of getting it, because for example, the borsted alpaca from Sun Is Gone and the alpaca 2 from ihhhh, those itch on me. And from the knowledge that I have, the tiny little knowledge of watching podcasters, it's that alpaca and mohair have these really long strands. This is my dad's work shirt. It doesn't matter if you see where he works, but I'm not giving free promo. No, alpaca has these long fibers, which is like, it can feel really soft in the ball of yarn in the skein, and then when you wear it, it's itchy, because it's like these long fibers. Just, I'm not very good at explaining things, but you get it. And meanwhile, this can feel rough, but then when it's on your skin, that's not true for all yarns, but this, no itchiness at all. And then I tried at work, I took a knitted sweater with Jamieson 2-ply, so like Shetland wool, and when I touch it like this, I'm like, ooh, I don't think I could wear that. And then I put it like on my skin like this, and it's fine. I don't know, I'd have to make a sweater with it in the future, but this is, I feel like, the most rustic I've used. No, that's not true. Or is it? I have a feeling I've used like a very rustic yarn before. Yeah, but that was for my winter clutch, and that's not even that rustic, so this is the most, like, yeah, which I know a lot of people will scream for saying that that's rustic, but for me it is. It is 90% wool, like rustic wool, so. But that's it on the fjord tee. So today I will pick up for the body. That feels weird saying, because you usually say pick up for the sleeves, but pick up for the body and start knitting on that. And it's 3mm, but that's the last thing. That's what's nice with working the sleeves first, is you don't have to do 2 things after you finish the body. Now I just have the body left and then I'm done. Well, I guess the neckline, but come on. Now, the thing I really want to talk to you guys most about is my April cardigan because you saw that I blocked it. And I have so much I want to say. So I blocked it. Nothing happened. I let it sit in the water. I went to Alingsås, which is a city and had like fika. You can definitely tell here. I will say it looks worse in real life. I feel like it's not showing up on the camera, especially in daylight. Nothing happened in blocking. So that's that. So I let it sit in the water for like 6 hours while I was gone, and then I was like, maybe something will happen when it dries. And nothing happened. So then at night I was just sitting and was it yesterday? It might have been the same night as I started this. And I just couldn't stop thinking about like, is it my knits or my pearls? What's up? Why do I have rowing out? I guess because I've heard people talk about it. I remember Hive knits, like having issues with it like a year ago. And like figuring out that she purled looser than she knit. Something like that. And I've seen people talk about it. So I've had that in the back of my mind that, ooh, people usually tend to purl looser. So that's why rowing out happens. That's not true for everyone. And I had this sinking feeling, I don't know, that it was my knits that were looser than my pearls. And I just couldn't stop thinking about it. But the thing is, I didn't want to, it's so silly thinking about it afterwards, but I guess I just didn't want to cast on a project like purling with a 3.5 but knitting with a 4mm and not knowing if it would turn out nice. And I don't know why it hasn't occurred to me that I could just make a swatch, but I decided to do that. So I was like confused, not knowing how to figure out, like looking at this and when I was knitting, because I was just thinking about, when you knit, are these the stitches that I knit or is that where I purl? It makes no sense, but I was just like confused. So I was just sitting there at night knitting and thinking, what if I just take a 3.5 and a 4? And I know that right now I'm purling with a 3.5 and knitting with a 4. And then I do the opposite. So then I know like what is what. So that's what we did. First, I want to show you just, I think I want to make like a grand reveal because we solved the issue completely with this single swatch that took me 10 minutes. And I felt so cool knitting this. But this is with a 4mm, what you see here. So basically just the same as in here. But I just wanted to compare it to the rest. So since I had a feeling that it was my knits that were looser than my pearls, I decided to knit with a 3.5 needle, so a half size smaller, and then purl with a 4mm. I got that right. Yes, and this happened. That's not the issue. We kind of have more rowing out, and it's so apparent in real life, and from what I can tell, you can quite see it there as well. I find this so interesting. I don't know why. Why do I find this so interesting? Here's the 4mm everywhere, and here's the 3.5 knitting side. You can tell that the only thing that happened here is that apparently my knits got tighter and my pearls got looser. Well, obviously, but I don't know. But okay, so to the grand reveal. So then I purled with a 3.5 instead. So I did the opposite. And then I knit with a 4mm. Like how people say, usually, that people purl looser. Not for everyone, but that's what I've heard people say. So that's what I did. And girl, am I showing the right thing? Yes. Here's what happened. Look at that smooth freaking stockinette. Compare all these. Can you see? So maybe I should just put it up here so that you can see more clearly. But I was just like, ooh, that is so cool. I felt like I was doing a little experiment. And that was that. This little thing took me 10 minutes. It was fun to do, to like see and understand my knitting style. I purl looser than I knit. like most people, like a lot of people. And that's why I wanna like go back to what I said, where when I was doing this, I was like, I'm a bad knitter, and that's fine. But this is like, that's why I love mohair, because it just hides all my mistakes. But the fact that I purl looser isn't a mistake. It doesn't make me a bad knitter. It's just that everyone has a different style when they knit. Everyone moves differently. And just because petite knit, maybe, this is a petite knit pattern, she doesn't purl looser, she purls pretty good. It's not because I'm an amateur knitter. Everyone can purl. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it does. So this made me feel so cool. It made me feel like it's not me, because here I've been thinking that, working back and forth, I'm like, okay, well, I need a mohair, and I just didn't know how to solve the issue, and all I did was make a swatch, and now my issue is solved, and I will never have rowing out again, hopefully. And I was quite worried, like, what if I need to go down to a 3.25 or something if I purl that much looser or stuff? But this is like, it's such a big difference. Girl, this is the year of frogging, because this is gonna be frogged, but it's fine. I've frogged so many projects so far this year, and this is gonna be one of them again. But I'm learning so much from it, and it's quite a big thing that I realized that I don't have to like, I love mohair, I'm always gonna love mohair, but I feel like the world has opened up for me a little bit, because I've just been like, well, I can't make a cardigan with that, I can't make a cardigan with that, because that's gonna show like my bad tension. No, you don't, there's no thing as bad tension. You just need to switch things up that works for you. There is probably someone out there who purls a lot tighter than they knit, and maybe they would have to do the opposite, and they don't get this. I don't know if this all makes sense, but it was like, I felt so cool for finally solving my issue. I'm gonna show you one project that I have that I never wear, because I don't like the pattern. Sorry, petite knit. I just made it because everyone was making it, but I'm realizing now I do not like the pattern. A lot of people do though, so that's not saying anything. It just doesn't work for me at all, and I had a lot of rowing out, so I'm gonna show it. Hello? So it's my June top that I made last year. This was in like the bottom of my drawer. The drape is really nice though, however. It's very cropped, but yeah, here's where I effed up the Judy's Magic cast on. I've learned it now, so it's fine. But, oh, you can't tell, but in real life, it's so bad. Like how different the tension is on the top versus the body. Girl, this is kind of pretty. Wait. This is kind of nice. It's not as bad as I remember it to be. I feel like people might ask, this is pure silk by Knitting for Olive in the color Flöde Cream and in the color Ice Blue together to make this smarled effect. I'm obviously wearing this halter top underneath, but this, I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, so I'm, ew. Okay, so I'm zooming in here compared to when you start knitting in the round. And this is plant fibers as well, or it's silk. My camera is so slow. But that's silk, and I don't feel like silk helps either with your tension. Like, wool is just magical. I love wool so much. It just fluffs up. I love wool, and I love knitting with it. And I will probably use like silk, but I do love merino silk blends. I feel like that's the perfect mix, where it still feels airy and breezy, but it's like still knitting with wool. Because I don't really appreciate knitting with silk. Is not a plant fiber, but you know what I mean. I'm just not wearing it, and I'm not wearing my Kakigori June top either, if we're being honest. But I'm just saying that I'd love for you guys, even if you know, maybe if you don't even have an issue with rowing out or anything, but just, I don't know, I think this was so fun for me. I'd love for you not to just do the 3.5, but I didn't think I had that much of an issue with rowing out. I just know that I have to finesse a little bit for how I knit, and it just taught me a lot. So if you guys want to, I'd love for you to like do something similar. It does not have, it could be, if you want to try with chunky because you hate making swatches, you could use like an 8mm on both sides and then a 7 and an 8 for the knit. You know, I just love if anyone feels like it to do this themselves and see if you figure out something. Because like I said, I didn't think I had that much of an issue with rowing out until I looked at this April cardigan and was like, there might be something there that I need to fix. And here we are. And now we let go of that mindset. I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to maybe some of you, that I'm a bad knitter, my tension's bad. No! We're leaving that behind. There's nothing like it. You learn, you try and fix it, you adapt, and you keep going. And that's where we are. I have to frog the April cardigan, which is fine. I had a feeling. So that's why I blocked it this to see. So I didn't wait until the end of the project to block it and then realize it's not working out. You know, sidetrack again. This fixed my gauge. For some reason, I'm bang on. And I'm never bang on petite knit patterns. I always knit too tightly. I don't know how this fixed it at all, but this is, the gauge for the April cardigan is 21 and this is 21. Ooh! I find this so interesting. I feel like I'm a designer and like experimenting. I'm gonna measure the gauge on my, I can only think of 400-pound sisters or 1,000-pound sisters, and her son is named Gage every time. So I'm gonna measure gauge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16. Bro, there's no way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, 18. So I don't know why. I usually have to go up for petite knit patterns, like in a needle size, to like a 4.5. But here we have 18 stitches instead of 21. And by doing this, I fixed my rowing out and we got 21 stitches. So yeah, my knitting mojo went up like this. I'm not gonna cast on the April cardigan again until I have finished my fjord tee. And then I'm gonna make the Leon sweater with copy dolls, which is so exciting. I want to talk more about copy dolls, but I don't know, I feel like I'm not ready. I want to save it for the next vlog because I want to post another vlog before they come here. So I will not frog this until I cast it on again, and I want to compare like at the exact same point where we are at and how different it looks by implementing these changes. If you do this, please send to me on Instagram or comment if you try this. Even if nothing changed when doing the swatch, like, no, it looks the same everywhere. Like, I should go for a 4 on both pearls and knits, like the same needle size. I would have known that from that point, and then I know. So I just think it's fun, and I'd love for some of you guys to do that and see if you want to say hi to someone.
Hey, hey, can you say hey? Say hey. Hello. Say hey.
Say hey. They cut her. Like her fur. But now I'm gonna go out and plant flowers with my mom in the garden. And I'm gonna bring you guys with me. Oh, her name is Isa.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
I do.
Ines. Hello, Miss. Kan du säga hej? Hallå.
Nej, men inte du. I'm trying out this thing that I got for free. ASMR, is it working?
Du busade. När du kom tillbaka. Ja, så blev du så glad. Ja. Vet du vad? Jag tror att det är bäst.
Nej, vi får så med.
Här är en marguerite. Vi har köpt 16 stycken. Och sen så har vi lavendel. Borstelavendel.
Very pretty.
Very pretty. Den går dåligt sönder. Så får den ta loss. Den var god. De växer upp blir stora.
I swear I'm never gonna leave you, Cardi, you're the... Oh, she'll show you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. Aina!
Två den eftermiddagen.
Kom då! Kom och visa mig då! Nej!
Natasha har fått honom för att kolla läget. Hej Natasha!
Dels så är det viktigt att liksom, såklart inte ha all kultur centrerat innanför tullarna, så är också den faktorn. Det är viktigt att visa musik som är van.
Då går vi rakt på vågen också. Om du vill så kan du köra lite fortare. Höger.
Tillbaka, säg höger eller vänster. Höger.
Nu ser du de röda sjöbodarna där nere.
Ja.
Dit ska du.
Så lite höger?
Ja, kanske.
Men hur vet jag ner då?